everyone, I'm back this week again. I know. I'm back this week, and like I promised last week, we're going to be talking, and by we I mean me, talking about words on pages. If you didn't watch my last vlog, you can watch it here at the Pokemon hat. So, I mean, the Pokemon hat has to get used for something. Why not be used for links? I'll put the link there, and you can watch it. A bunch of shenanigans. Shenanigans galore. But what I really wanted to say was that talked about my friend Will's book. His name is Will Kemp, but it's his book. It's called The ABCs of 20-something Anxieties, written by William Kemp. And he wrote it, produced it, published, produce, is that the same thing? When I say produce, I mean like bound it. That's what I mean. So wrote, published, produced, illustrated, and general, all around crafted this fine book. I can go through some of it. I want to find my favorite one. My favorite one is Zed. We're gonna read Zed. We're gonna skip right to the end. He said that Zed is for The Legend of Zelda. Because I love The Legend of Zelda. Basically, the 10-year-old version of the person is all like, Ocarina of Time is the best thing ever. Which is true. That's still true. That's still true. And then the 26-year-old is holding up both middle fingers and saying, everything after Wind Waker has been shit. Fuck you, Nintendo. I'm still of the belief that Ocarina of Time was the pinnacle. Twilight Princess was okay. So there's some things I disagree with in this book. I like Twilight Princess. But I'm getting off topic. Sorry. Video game talk later. Yeah, so that's one letter of his ABCs of 20-something anxieties. And basically, Will can write more than 26 sentences. He just chose to do the ABCs for this book. He's actually a very creative, talented writer. He's always been talented with words and crafting stories and really making you feel what he wants you as a reader to feel, or even like reading his sketches and plays, very good at making his audience feel what he wants them to feel. So, Will is really talented. This is one of his books. And I asked him for a blurb on Words on Pages. Words on Pages isn't just Will. Sorry, I'm leaving out his partner, Nicole Brewer. So, yes, they created Words on Pages. And I asked Will for a blurb, and this is what he gave me. Words on Pages is a Toronto-based artisan micropress focusing on emerging artists that publishes a bi-monthly literary magazine called Parenthetical, featuring poetry, fiction, non-fiction focused on Canadian literature, visual art, and whatever weird indefinable stuff we like. I like that part. It runs a monthly reading series called Words on Stages, publishes chapbooks from emerging Canadian writers, and runs workshops on small press culture and navigating the literary scene in Toronto as a writer and publisher. So that wraps everything up. When he talks about the reading series called Words on Stages, I just want to clarify that that is the spoken word performance aspect of their whole shebang of Words on Pages. Words on Stages is the performing aspect, the performed word, I suppose. He goes on to say, basically we're a small press focusing on emerging artists, education, and we like everything from experimental weird visual poetry to highly personal narrative poetry to comic poems to stories about people falling in love with trees. I love that part. I love the weird indefinable stuff that they like, and I love the fact that they like stories about people falling in love with trees. That's just a really sweet way to sum it up and wrap that up. So I love that. That's Words on Pages. And you can obviously find more about them on their page, which I will link to in the description, and also at the end I've got some graphic I'm sure I'm working on some graphic to put links on. I'm sure I am. But I asked, where can you get their stuff? And he gave me a link to their Etsy shop, so I will also put Etsy there, and maybe in the graphic. Who knows? It's not done yet. Who knows? So, Etsy link in the bottom. And he also said you can get it at their bi-monthly launches at the reading series, previously mentioned as Words on Stages. He also mentioned that he hopes in the near future they will be in indie bookstores. When he explains their startup, he says, "We started up after both graduating from York University's professional writing program, realizing we didn't really want to be a part of big publishers / big publishing culture, and really didn't like the idea of unpaid 40-hour per week internships that didn't even come close to paying rent. So we just started our own press. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the economy that we live in. And the workforce that we live in right now. They can be very picky, and people will do that sort of stuff. And if people are willing to work unpaid, then that's what a lot of places are going to offer, unfortunately." End rant. So instead of doing that, they went the proactive route, and they started a company / organization / micropress that would funnel all these talented artists that don't want to do that stuff and want to get published. They want the experience in their line of work and what they want to do in creation. So they created an organization that would funnel those talented artists into Words on Pages, into somewhere they can get published, into somewhere they can perform, into somewhere they can submit their art. He said that they accept visual art too. So I think that is super awesome of you guys, and all the power to you for creating this organization. That's awesome. Always support indie companies. Do not support corporations. They don't need your support. The indie companies are the ones that need your support. So do that. Go to Etsy, check out a book, see, maybe you'll buy one. Go check out Words on Stages. Leave your little bubble of Netflix on your couch, which is a really warm, comfortable bubble. Just leave it for a little bit and go check out Words on Stages. Experience that culture of art and spoken word and literature, and visit a different world that's outside of going to work every day, running errands, coming home, cooking dinner, cleaning, and going to bed. Get out of that for a little bit. Go check out Words on Stages. Check out their books. Check out their Etsy shop. Check out, I'm saying that word a lot, but just, even if you want to, you consider yourself to be an amateur writer and you've never submitted anything to be published, it is scary. It's not kind of scary. It is scary to sort of bury your soul on paper and send it to someone else to judge, right? But lucky for you, Words on Pages accepts submissions. So if you go to their website, you can check out their guidelines and submit some of that work that you've been sitting on, going, man, I think other people would like this. I should see if other people like this. No, it's too scary. Scrap the no, it's too scary, and maybe submit something. Could work out well for you. Yeah, if it's anything like Will said they like, which is fiction or nonfiction focused on Canadian literature, visual art, and whatever weird, indefinable stuff they like, stories about people falling in love with trees, narrative poetry, comic poems. It's a long list. You gotta have something that fits in there, right? So just check them out. Be awesome and go outside your comfort zone. Go see Words on Stages. Check out a book from Words on Pages. Submit some work. Be awesome. Like, I know that you can. I think that's all I have, except for this graphic that I'm working on that's going to go up with all the links. I promise. Yeah. I'm trying to check out my little list of things that I had to cover here. I think it's covered. I think it's good. Show the book one more time. The ABCs of 20-something anxieties. Features The Legend of Zelda at the end. So the rest of the book must be just as awesome, and it is. Yeah. Go Will and Nicole for starting this organization. I'm really proud of you, Will. Good job. Good job, buddy. Good job. And yeah, I will be back next week with some shenanigans. Probably. I mean, it's more than likely. So you can tune in then. You can check out the links for Words on Pages and Words on Stages. And I will see you guys next week. You can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!